All this stuff that they have to do just to control one person, just one person, all because I'm different, all because I don't fall for the fucking trap. This is all they have to do. All this stuff that they have to do, man. All this stuff they have to do. You already know who it is. You already know who it is. The targeted boy. Is the targeted boy. Is the famous. I'm famous. I'm the most famous person in this planet. All this stuff that they have to do, man. Is it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I know you can read my thoughts. I know you can read my thoughts. I know there's other people out there. You guys are sick and you deserve to burn. you deserve to you deserve to burn because you're doing all this stuff, all this manpower, all this technology. Goddamn technology. Goddamn technology. 5G. They call it 5G. These new phones that are coming out from China. These new phones, they now have the 6G. Now it's 6. Like the symbolism, like the 666. Now they got the 6G now. So, congratulations, China. Congratulations. Seriously, all this stuff that these people have to do, all this stuff they have to do just to follow me, just to go where I go. If I go outside, if I go to another town, they're gonna be people following me there. All this stuff they have to do. That's ridiculous. That's crazy. It's sad, disturbing, disgusting. It's disgusting. I'm gonna read you an excerpt from this video that's supposedly it came out in 2015, supposedly. But well, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt, right? So I was watching this YouTube video and I wrote down the words, word per word. I have it right here. I was writing it down nice and neat, listening to it, pausing it, writing it down. The guy says, and this is the thing, they can buy comments, buy views, buy all this stuff. All this stuff just to target me. Me. This right here, I'm your target. I'm your target. I'm your target. I hope y'all see. They go to motorcycle. Fucking crazy. Crazy ass people. Everybody thinks I'm crazy. No, you guys are the fucking crazy people. I'm just a regular dude. I'm just a regular guy. I don't know what the hell what all the fuss is about. It's like Eminem, the song Marshall Mathers. I'm just Marshall Mathers. I'm just a regular guy. I don't know why all the fuss about me. I'm just Marshall Mathers. Nobody ever gave a fuck before. All they did was doubt me. Like I said, look. In this, so let me talk about this program real quick. It says here, and I was writing it word per word. In the beginning of the video, the guy goes like, the guy who's narrating goes like, if a target has been painted as crazy, the authorities can get away with a lot. And sometimes the program drives people to try to kill the people they perceive to be attacking them. I don't condone this, but I understand what's going on through a subject's mind when he acts out this way. The whole process is threatening, it's infuriating or humiliating, or a combination of the three. So here's the broad outline of the whole program. A combination. At some point you're put under surveillance. You're not told about that part. It could be years before the whole thing becomes obvious. A pretty common entry point is at step 1. In this step, which is optional, you're presented with a credible threat. Someone or some group of people who has a reason to be after you. It has to be credible. This is your own personal false flag operation, which is going to send you on a wild goose chase for years, so you have to believe the threat. The most believable kind of threat is going to involve money or property. That's an obvious motivation, especially if the amount at stake is large. Certain kinds of conflicts, usually involving money or property, can be seen coming years in advance, but it doesn't have to start like that. It could be you get into an online argument and somehow they find out who you are in real life, or so it may seem. And maybe you snub a person in public and so on. You imagine at this stage your own worst enemy. So right there, right then and there, they're already saying, well, they're pointing out that someone or some group of people has a reason to be after you. I don't know about that. I think I believe that because this is the thing, this technology, it's levels to this, it's levels to this. So at this point, where the point I'm at, there's already people come before me. It's already people who've already made videos about this, millions of videos out there. I'm not doing this to really bring anything new because of already people who've done it, right? It's already people who've said the same. At this point, it's just regurgitated information. But I wanted to talk about this, my experience with this, which I think it can help somebody, or at least give maybe someone a new insight. The part where he says it sends you on a wild goose chase for years. Now, for me, I've I think it started when I was 14. It started when I was 14. And then the wild goose chase, that's just the conspiracy theory part. That's the whole program. That's the whole AI program. That's what that is. So the wild goose chase, like for example, say you're a regular person. Say there's somebody named David, and he works at, let's say, Safeway. And let's say David works at Safeway, and on his browsing history, he looked up aliens. Is probably a good reason. That's probably gonna be the wild goose chase that he's talking about. The wild goose chase. That's the wild goose chase. And David, he keeps on going through this until he hits maybe 22 years old, or he hits 19, or until he hits, say, 17. Why these specific numbers? I don't know. It probably has something to do with numerology. It has something to do with numerology because it's a spiritual warfare game out there. It's a spiritual warfare game. So just like how when they construct new houses, just like how a house has to be designed in a specific format. You cannot just design the house, putting it 33 inches wide, or you cannot have the wall a certain. It has to be very, very, very specific. Because if you even mess up one tiny little detail, or you put it 1 inch or 5 inches shorter, specific way, it's just going to be, for example, it's going to be messed up. It's going to be, messed up house. And then when the inspector, because I've worked in this environment before, when the inspector comes in, it's not going to pass. And that's how you get, for example, I've seen it before. That's how you get fires or whatever that gets started. At this point, what this man is talking about, he's saying this because he's saying it, and this is how I interpret it, my interpretation of it. And I know he talks about this because he says this later. He mentions the books on this topic. An analogy I like to use is a stage trick where a magician saws his assistant in half. Let me talk in his voice, or rather, how it appears. You've seen this, right?
Well, when you see that kind of magic trick, you don't go running to the authorities to report an attempted murder, do you? Because if you did, you'd be laughed out of the police station. No, you think, oh, that's so clever. How did they do that? Maybe when you see a really good magic trick, you go running to a friend, someone whose opinion you respect, and ask, how did he do that? Chances are he won't be able to tell you because he's only going off what you're telling him and your senses were deceived. Plus, he's not a professional magician. Now, because you've been exposed to highly deceptive behavior in the context of hostility, you don't see this as entertainment. You're not looking at it as a kind of magic trick. You're assuming that everything is exactly as you perceive it to be and acting on that assumption, which turned out to be ruinous. Maybe you're running to the authorities to report what you perceive as a fact. I've gotten better at deciphering magic tricks that are used by adversaries. So you see that right there. Spiritual warfare. That right there. But but there's one catch to it. You're not it's not going to whoever's out there saying just pray. Just pray. And that's what a lot of these Christians say, just pray, just pray, just pray. Pray, when you say pray, Pray, it's really Prey. So you're praying, you're like a praying mantis. It it's not going to function that way. If you keep praying, but no answers show up, it's because it's like calling the subatomic mind, the mind that's right here, it's like calling the power of the subconscious mind and trying to use that to trying to use it basically to get you out of a situation that's demonic, which is not going to work. So that's why prayer oftentimes it's it's only helpful when it's backed up with actions. And actions can mean anything. For me, actions means probably taking the whatever is underneath and just completely ruining it, or taking for example, let's say actions for me is this. These are actions. Taking apart this damn phone. If this phone comes with a chip in it, taking apart this phone, getting the chip, getting the freaking chip, putting it somewhere, analyzing that chip, and making sure I bless the chip, making sure the chip is under my control, making sure the chip is my direction. That way it's not going to go everywhere. It's not going to go all over the place. So, enough with this. So, this program this guy is talking about, the manipulation. I'm going to make another one tomorrow explaining how they cannot just keep doing this. Whoever is behind this game cannot keep doing it. No. Doesn't work like that. They're gonna go down. So shout out to all my followers out there. Peace and love. Thank you for watching. I'm going to see you, or you're going to see me on the next one. Have a good rest of your night.